Alright, hey traders, May 15th, 2012 market update and current positions. So let's go over a bit what's happened with the markets overnight tonight. As you can see, the market is basically where we were yesterday, highlighted by this gold line right over here. And if you look at the European session, you can see we actually had, this is the European session right here, we actually had a nice rally above yesterday's high on news that Germany's economy was doing a lot better than expected. I believe German GDP came out that was better than expected, and we had a rally on that. And then later on in the overnight session, we obviously had at 8:30 today CPI and a manufacturing index come out. The manufacturing index was better than expected. CPI was basically the same, so we rallied a bit on that. Then later on, we found out that Greece has failed to create a coalition government, and the market sold off heavily on that, as the market is right now watching Greece for any news, and obviously Europe in general. So the markets didn't like that. We sold off at the on high volume before the open. Then the market opened. And let's bring only the equity session, and we're starting to basically we're opening where we were yesterday, so we'll see if we can rally. I like how we've put multiple wicks down here, but that could obviously change. Just looking for any news from Europe right now to move the market. Let's also take a look at oil, because I'm long oil. Oil opened up. Let's see if I have energy. Here we go. This is the pit session of oil. You can see oil actually opened where the pit session closed yesterday, and it's trying to base, potentially break out. I really think that these markets want to fill Monday's gap. You can see we've never really seen a major sell-off intraday. So I think this market is going to come test the gap, and if not, we may see another breakdown, exhaust some weak longs, and then we see a nice rally. I think this market is basically heavily short. We saw liquidation 2 weeks for the past 2 weeks, and also could be in part due to JP Morgan and it having to unwind positions due to its massive losses. And as you can see, once again, we just seem oversold technically in oil. You can see we have lots of support levels around this area. And these are managed futures trades. This is a these are technical trades that I'm making in equity and oil right now. I just believe that this market is ripe for a rebound, both in equities and oil, and it'd be a good opportunity to profit. We've been down 8 of the last 9 days in the S&P, and statistically, that shows that we should see a rally. So that's what I'm looking at right now in the S&P. Targets for today, if we see a rally, let's bring up just equity hours. Targets for today would be obviously yesterday's high at 1314, the overnight high at 1347, the gap at 1350, and then once we clear the gap at 1350, really there are no real levels until the 1365 area. We haven't filled this gap back from 1365, and we also haven't filled the 1387 gap, so we'll see what happens, traders.